Shalom, Yasharallah. I'd like to begin by saying I want to give all praise, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bahashem, Rakakwadash, whom I worship. Double honors to my elder apostles of Great Millstone who taught me this word in sincerity and truth and who rule well. Salutations be to the hopeful elect of Yasharallah all throughout the world who are doing the work, who are out there on the highways, byways, and hedges and gaps, teaching the true doctrine of Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, like Great Millstone teaches. So that you may receive your crowns of salvation. May the Lord grant you your crowns of salvation at his appearing. Salutations be to the great cloud of witnesses of Yasharallah, right? Out there all throughout the world, no matter what they look like, okay? No matter what language they speak, you know? But they're sincere, their spirit is sincere towards the true name of Yahweh Bahashem, Yahweh Shai. They call upon it and they patiently are waiting for his coming. May the Lord grant you his holy salvation at his appearing. So we are continuing with the book of 2nd Ezra, the 15th chapter and the 56th verse. Shalom.
Like as thou hast done unto my chosen, saith the Lord, even so shall God do unto thee, and shall deliver thee into mischief. Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall...
Yeah, that's speaking about Esau and the other nations, man. Because of what they've done to us. All throughout the Bible, there's payback, man. There's a retribution, man. You know? You know what I'm saying? Those that did wrong to a people shall receive wrong for what they have done. And Esau, these Edomites, right? These so-called white people, so-called Caucasians, especially those that we call Amalek, right? They are in our land right now. They're really imposters. They don't belong there. And at our Lord's appearing, they will be removed. Okay? They were behind slavery, man. They were behind all the torture that our people had to undergo. You know? So they're gonna receive all that back and then some. The Lord said, and then double. They're gonna receive double. All right, so that's just and that's fair. All right, because they have brought nothing but wickedness and evils. Evils were multiplied since you can read about that in the book of Maccabees, the 1st chapter. All right, with Antiochus Epiphanes and I'm sorry, no, dealing with Alexander the so-called great generals that said that wickedness began to multiply upon the earth when they took over. All right, and who were they? They were Edomites, man. So now the time is coming for them to receive for what they have done. It says, verse 56, like as thou hast done unto my chosen. Who's the chosen? The Israelites, right? The whole entire nation are the chosen of the Lord. Saith the Lord, even so shall the Most High do unto thee. They're going to reap what they have sown, right? Wickedness, evil. And shall deliver thee into mischief, right? So the Lord's going to deliver them unto the mischief, or unto the destruction. Really unto judgment, man, which is they're gonna be put in slavery, all right, for a period of 1,000 years, and then they're gonna be Obadiah at 18. You know, they're gonna be burnt up to a crisp and totally destroyed and wiped off from the face of this globe. And that's the truth, Ruth.
Thy children shall die of hunger, and thou shalt fall through the sword. Thy cities shall be broken down, and all thine shall perish with the sword in the field. They that be in the mountain. Yeah,
what cities that's talking about? Here in the land of America, man. We're living in the last days. We're living in a time when this whore, this bitch called America, is falling. St. John had seen her fall already. It said Babylon the Great. No, the angel declared unto John, right, in the vision, that Babylon the Great had fell. It said Babylon the Great is fallen, has fallen. you know, meaning past tense. So what St. John saw was America totally destroyed already. See? He saw the aftermath of what happened to this wicked empire, this wicked kingdom.
They that be in the mountains shall die of hunger, and eat their own flesh, and drink their own blood, for very hunger of bread, and thirst of water. Thou as unhappy shall come through the sea, and receive plagues again. And in the passage they shall rush on the idol city, and shall destroy some portion of thy land, and consume part of thy glory, and shall return to Babylon that was destroyed. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be
It is speaking about Babylon the Great. That's what it's speaking about, man. You know, speaking about the great war that's going to take place in the Middle East, and then what's going to happen over here on this side. Total destruction, total annihilation by way of the thermonuclear missiles. That's what it's talking about.
And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee, and thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, all thy woods, and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. Thy children shall they carry away. And thou shalt be cast down by them as stubble, and they shall be unto thee as fire, and shall consume thee, and thy cities, thy land, and thy mountains, all thy woods, and thy fruitful trees shall they burn up with fire. Thy children shall they carry away captive, and, look, what thou hast, they shall spoil it, and mar the beauty of thy face. 2 ESDRAS chapter.
Yeah, those last couple of verses here is speaking about the other nations just totally destroying Babylon the Great. You know, and Esau over here on this side losing everything, and at the end just being totally destroyed by way of fire, which is by way of thermonuclear destruction. Because before the missiles hit and are shot off, there's going to be all kind of chaos happening. You know, all kind of riots of the people, of the nations, man. People fighting against the rulers, you know, the leadership of their society. They're gonna have, you know, this new world order, this new world scheme of things trying to take place down here, and people are not gonna have it. So it's gonna be chaos, man. Complete chaos happening all throughout the cities of America and all throughout other cities in the world, man. It's happening now, as we now speak. You know, but it's gonna intensify. It's gonna get worse.
Woe be unto thee, Babylon, and Asia. Woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. Gird up yourselves with cloths of sack and hair, bewail your children, and be sorry, for your destruction is at hand. A sword is sent up.
That said, woe be unto thee, Babylon. This is not talking about ancient Babylon. All right. What is known today as modern day Iraq. It's not talking about that. It's talking about the new Babylon. All right. Or the daughter of Babylon, which is America. That's what it's speaking about. It says, woe be unto thee, Egypt. It's not talking about ancient Egypt when the pharaohs ruled. You know, it's not talking about Egypt today. Egypt today is not being even ruled by by Mizraim, all right, by Ham. It's being controlled by the Ishmaelites in different Arab groups, nations. No, that Egypt is speaking about this Egypt here, America, spiritually called Egypt and Sodom, because America is a combination of all the kingdoms that have ever ruled, all the wicked kingdoms that have ever ruled in one. And then it says, woe be unto thee, Egypt and Syria. So that's the Syrians. Really, this is all talking about America. All right, period. You know, like I just said, America is a culmination of all the wicked kingdoms that have ruled and at one point had us in slavery, had the Israelites in slavery, man.
A sword is sent upon you, and who may turn it back? A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood? Or may any one quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn? May one turn again?
It says, a fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Who's sending that fire? Yahweh B'Shem Yahweh Shai, and the angels is bringing that fire. How? By way of the thermonuclear missiles. That's the plague, right? What's the plague? When you go to the book of what's that? Zechariah, the 14th chapter in the 12th verse.
And this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. And it shall come to pass.
Right, Zechariah 14 and 12, it says, and this shall be the plague wherewith the Lord will smite all the people that have fought against Jerusalem. So who's the people that have, all the people that have fought against Jerusalem, that fought against the Israelites? All the nations. All the nations, man. So they all are not all nations here in this great big melting pot known as America. Yes, they are. You know, I mean, they're in their respective lands, but they have their peoples over here. They came over here to get rich over here. All right, and they're gonna be destroyed. That's also part of the reason why the nations are gonna see the destruction of Babylon the Great from far away. All right, it will be televised, and they're gonna be crying because they had families over here that moved over here and got paid, and they were sending money back and forth, became rich and stuff. You know, they had their relatives over here that got burnt up, and also they're not gonna be receiving that money anymore, man. Whereby they were made rich. And Jerusalem is a people before it's a place. So wherever Israelites are, that's Jerusalem, man. It says, their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet. Now what weapon, what thing, right? What vehicle could cause such a thing to happen to somebody? Radiation, fire, by way of the thermonuclear missiles. That's what. Their flesh shall consume away while they stand upon their feet, and their eyes shall consume away in their holes, and their tongue shall consume away in their mouth. Meaning they're going to be totally melted by way of the thermonuclear radiation. If you want to get an idea of this, just go see some videos on what happened to Hiroshima and Nagasaki when they dropped the atomic bombs on them people, man. All right, those people, they had their skin melted off of them, man. That's how much heat came down upon them.
A fire is sent among you, and who may quench it? Plagues are sent unto you, and what is he that may drive them away? May any man drive away?
Right, so that's the plague that's going to be brought down upon America. 200 million missiles, warheads being shot off to this place to totally melt this place, man, and turn everything into soot and ashes. That's why when you read what was that, and was that Malachi the 4th chapter, it said that that the day of the Lord shall be gloominess, right? Darkness. Why? Because the smoke and the nuclear winter that's gonna happen after those missiles are shot off and hit ground zero. The sum of it all. you're not going to be able to see the sun or the sky, you know? So, let's see.
May any man drive away an hungry lion in the wood, or may any one quench the fire in stubble when it hath begun to burn. May one turn again the arrow that is shot of a strong archer. The mighty Lord sendeth the...
Alright, so we're going to stop there. We're going to pick up in the next part in the book of 2nd Ezra, the 16th chapter and the 7th verse. Shalom.